Coach, would you talk about the last drive there? You know, you get the ball with a little over 3 minutes left, and you seem like very patient to run the ball, even though they've been stopping the run all day.
Yeah, we're kind of, a lot of our offensive game plan is around how the defensive ends either contain it or they don't. And I thought near the end there we did a great job with Jeff Demps. We call that it's just a little sweep play. And then at the ends up the field, Tim will run the cue. You saw we mixed them both in there at the end. And then he made some good throws as well. We did have a little bit of patience. I can't remember, it was 1 or 2 timeouts at the end of the game. But the 30-yard line was the magical. I kept saying, because we had the wind at our back, 30-yard line. Obviously, the goal was to get it to the 30 to inside the 20. And I thought Steve did a great job, and we all did a good job to get it down there. The players did a great job.
Urban, tough first half, turning it over as many times as you did, and had a touchdown pass.
Probably the worst first half we ever played, ever.
Yeah. And I was wondering, you normally don't holler at them at halftime. What did you say at halftime?
I didn't holler at them because I don't. You holler at immature teams that are making mistakes because they're not into it. You coach. Let's get them in the right position. We didn't exactly. I don't know if we called a great game. I don't know if we executed a great game on offense in the first half. So let's. I thought Tim threw the ball okay. Made emphasis to come out with with Deontay Thompson being back and Cooper healthy. By the way, Cooper had a hip pointer and battled through it, man. I mean, he did a good job. But I didn't yell at him. We just talked about we had the ball down there 3 times in the red zone and walked away without points 3 times. And to think you won that game. But no, I didn't yell at him. We just, matter of fact, and the team did a good job rallying. The Pouncey's got them all together. Tim got them all together right before he went out. It's fine. Way to go win it.
On the defensive side of the ball,
big plays.
Tremendous in the second half, especially Cunningham. He made some huge plays for you, including making the last tackle. Can you talk about Cunningham a little bit?
Yeah, Cunningham, I think, I don't know until I see the film, but Jermaine had to, he's been a little quiet this year. I thought, this last half of the season, he's really got to play. Coach Strong, Carlos, you remember last year, one time we gave up some turnovers and we gave up some big plays and we walked out of there with a loss. This year we gave up some big plays and we had the turnovers and we found a way to win. So that happens. Just watch college football. That happens. Now let's get it out of our system. That's done. Starting tomorrow, we're going to even work more on ball security than we've ever have.
Packing it back.
Coach, why do you think teams are getting to Tim more this year than the last few years? The sacks today.
I think we held on to the ball too long. I don't know that. I'm gonna go in there and on Sunday I'll address that on Sunday on our probably Monday is the best time for me to do that because I'm gonna. How many sacks do we give up?
6.
Wow. 6 sacks and 4 turnovers. I'm going to go call them together here and going to start yelling at them. 6 sacks. I don't know if we've ever had 6 sacks. Yeah, we got to get that fixed immediately.
And how's Brandon Spikes doing? What's his injury?
He's got a groin injury that on Wednesday, but everybody told me he's going to be fine, and we rested him a little bit, and I was told he's going to be fine. Jermaine fought through, they said, a very similar groin injury, so we just got to get him healthy. Him out of the lineup, that hurts us.
Coach, after the game, Tim Carl Johnson picks up Tim and he says, you just won't let it happen, will you? Meaning, won't let it.
How'd you know that?
I was standing right next to him.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Does Tim have that ability to will your team to win?
That's a strong question. I think him and some others, the Saints, Tim, that's not fair to Pouncey's and Joe Hayden's of the world. And I certainly like him being in the middle of that. But I think there's a group of players. The core of our team is pretty strong right now. We're not playing perfect football. As a matter of fact, there's a time we don't look very good at all. But we're finding a way to feed off each other a little bit. And the defense gives up a home run, offense goes back down. So we're feeding off. Defense kept us in that game, though. It kept us in the game.